Alright, folks, I'm back. I don't know if this is a new episode or a continuation, but I'm here and I'm back, and hey. Let's go into the basement. Finally. Oh, now I have a dark environment. I feel more uncomfortable, actually. Oh my god, that's creepy. I've run out of matches. What's happening to me? I've fallen through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. A working lantern. Now I can get out of here safely. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. Looks like a component for some sort of machine. Maybe I can find out where to use it. It appears to be some kind of electrical device. I was walking the wrong way. I was like, get me out of here. This mechanism. Alright. Nobody jump scare us. It would be better if they don't. This old furniture has been left here to rot. It would actually be better if they didn't jump scare us, because if they did, it would be cheap and expected. So they didn't. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There is a hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I cannot tell for sure. Covered in debris? It sounds as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to the underground area. This is unfortunate for us. I have made some progress of my own, mein Freund. I think this could help us delucidate, that's a new word for me, the next step in our research. It must mean, figure out the next step. Have a look. Today a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project, but first we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition that the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So complete absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have a perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization could provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. But there is one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. The primal fear that survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Could this organization be the playwright? It may be, mon Freund. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room, I have only been able to find some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. If we could use this device that the professor mentions in his log, I believe it could shed some light on the matter. Upstairs we go. First I want to look out this window. All of them with their little faces missing. I think it will work now. That sound. Do you manage to deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must see Kaufman at once. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there, playing piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know. But this means something important to us. It means that there is another entrance to the underground tunnel, and we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archive, and Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. We must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber Freund. We are running out of options. This might be our only way to find the answers we seek. Look at the candle. Fix your eyes on it. Your body is light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You are entering a darkness, endless void. I don't know if I need to follow this with my cursor. Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. North. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. I fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall lies a tunnel. To the west I see the edge of the forest. I stand beside the shore. The water wets my shoes, and all around me I lie the wrecks of ships. To the north something floats in the water. To the east I see the edge of the forest. A body floats in the water. I will not look upon its face. East I can see the edge of the forest. I stand beside a waterfall. Blah 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 blah. West, so I go south. I am on the beach. There's a huge rock here. Many birds circle in the sky overhead. To the north I see the shore. To the west there is a person. West. As soon as I approach, the figure darts between the rocks, as though it were frightened of me. Go back. Go north. I stand beside the shore. The water wets with blah blah blah. Go south. Go east. A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. Go west. I'm on the beach. Blah blah blah. Go north. Blah blah blah. I am in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He is upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, or west. South. The passage ends here. I enter a cave around a hole in the wall. Behind it I can see the sea. Yeah, blah blah blah. North. I am in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. A ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there, it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. We must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I have gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here with me. It is with me. Wake up. Enough. You went too far, mein Freund. You are right. I did not think he would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufman. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow let's discuss our next steps in our investigation. January 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufman, are you alright? Worry not, Wakefield. I'm just feeling a bit feeble. It must be this cold and humidity. Cough. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion about what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our search? I believe there's an underground tunnel that has left a deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he experienced at the end of the session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. The sea was a recurring theme during the hypnotic regression. Yes, it is true. Maybe the entrance to the tunnel is somewhere closer to the coast. Throughout the trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face. The floating body in the water, the person near the rocks, the one beside the piano. Yes, indeed. I am afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meanings of those images. Professor Wright mentioned a man shouting at him near the entrance of the tunnel, begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good. It was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. If we can find this man, I am sure it will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find something about Oscar? My apologies. I must stay here and recover my strength. Is our friend gonna die? Wow. Finally get a different location. Town Square. The Fisherman's Lodge. Let's go in here. This lady's dressed rather elegantly for someone who came to drink at a place like this. Good morning. Let me drink in peace. Are you a ship captain? Why? What's it to you? Do I look like a captain? Your hat. Because of the hat you're wearing. Ah, a hat don't make a captain, Townie. You can buy a hat like that at any flea market in England. Because of your coarse skin weathered with years. Have you met many folk in Wickport yet? It's common enough around these parts. So your hands are calloused by years. Any fisherman's hand like these. Because of the 3 earrings you're wearing. You have doubled the 3 caps, is that right? Indeed I have. Good Hope, Leewin, and Horn. Therefore I hold the right to stand before kings and piss against the wind. If I dies in the sea, these 3 rings will pay my wake. But no, that will not happen now. Do you mean you will not set sail again? I love the sea more than anything. It is my passion, my freedom, and my life. But there are things about him that we do not know. There are, far from the coast, in the deep, dark, things that we are still unprepared to behold. Believe me, those things await deep down. Have you seen any of those things? No, but you may have heard 1 or 2 stories of the fishermen that tell about the things seen about there. It is not but tales for young'uns, mere superstition for men too cowardly to face the dark. Any good seaman knows that. Oh, I'm so mature. That in the strong winds a stretched rope can shake and sing. I myself have mistaken such a keening for the wail of a child. But there is one time. It was nothing of the sort. Then the sea howled. It was not thunder, not a strong wave crashing out with my ship, no. It was like a voice. It spoke to me in a language I cannot describe, a sound muttered by a living something, a calm like anything I have heard before, and I understood. What did you understand? I understood there was no more freedom for me, that the sea now had other lords. Cthulhu? And whoever they were, I did know they would not share it. What happened then? As I navigated back to shore, I lost control of my ship in a great storm. The rocks and the cliffs did not rest. I do not know where the remains of my dear Augustine ended up. With the passing of years and tides, I looked for them for many moons, but all I found was this bar at the bottom of an empty glass. I have never returned to the shore since. May she forgive me. Now leave me be. I'll leave you alone with your thoughts. You have my gratitude of me and my whiskey. All that blathering worked up a right sore thirst. 2 fishermen have just given me a suspicious look. Bottles of rum, dark beer, and a couple of taps of pale ale. Good morning. Want a drink? What is with that man sitting in the corner? Fred? You can ignore him. He's a sad, lonely drunk. Do you know a man named Oscar? You mean Father Oscar? You can find him at the church, when he's not in here. It's right outside. Have you met Professor Wright? The professor? Sure, I saw him every other day as a young'un. Always involved in the village. He was la-di-da right, but folk respected him. He got stuck in. Didn't last, though. Shut himself away, started getting visitors from out of town. He stopped coming to the village eventually. Last I heard, he's gone crazy. None of us knows for sure, though. Been years since I saw him. I'll leave you with your work. Godspeed. Wheel of a helm of a ship. Perhaps a trinket from the owner's days as a ship's helmsman.